Hello there, everybody. My name is Gooch from RockBand Industries, and welcome to the first episode of RockBand Video Podcast. This is an open mic protest on feminism and what it's doing to our economy and everything else in this world, including our favorite things in the media, such as video games, that kind of thing. But first, I would like to get into what feminism is doing to society. Because feminism has this thing going on, and I don't know if any of you have ever noticed, but feminism seems to be causing more problems than it's trying to fix. And it's getting to that point where not everybody wants to stay in one spot. Where they call it a peaceful protest to where they're actually beating the shit out of 14-year-olds. I'm not even joking when I say that. Now, I'll get into that story later, but feminism automatically is one of those things where everybody hates it because it's trying to ruin everything, just like the whole racism scandal that's happening in video games now, to where they have to change every comic book hero that we all fell in love with into a black person. Or when they made Peter Parker into Jose. So basically, now we even have a bigger thing in life where feminism is controlling and making everything dangerous for the rest of us. How? Because first off, feminism or feminists are usually really unattractive white women. Usually really fat, really ugly, bad facial tattoos and shit like that. And they don't like the fact that men don't want to date them and they don't want to fuck them, so they automatically switch over to saying that men are pigs and men don't deserve this and men don't deserve that because they're pigs. And they don't like the fact that a real woman, is standing right in front of them. Don't quote me on this. Well, actually do, because this is something that has actually been said by a feminist. She was standing there out in the street, and she had a fucking microphone. She's yelling into the damn thing. We could barely understand her, but the one word that we could, or couple, men are pigs. So, why exactly? Who knows? All I know is that a lot of feminists actually have a hair up their collected ass about how men are pigs and men do this and men do that. Why exactly? Have no fucking clue. It's just been some weird shit going on. And a friendly face that I will be talking about later on in the podcast is Mrs. Anita Sarkeesian. For those of you that don't know her, she's a hardcore feminist that's trying to make feminism into a social science. It's not working so well for her, but she's still trying to do it. Sorry, hold on a second. Where she's seeing that men have been noticeably more active in video games than women have. That's not necessarily true. Because you look at certain franchises like the Resident Evil franchise, you have women fighting zombies. Silent Hill, you have a teenage girl killing a whole bunch of monsters in a nightmare world. You look at how people or women are portrayed in certain types of movies. That's not saying that they're weak, that's just saying, this is how it is. You cannot, and I mean cannot, tell me that women do not have a good role in certain of the media. Movies, video games, comic books, and even a front row seat in political ideology. You have women all over Congress. You have a woman running for president, for Christ's sakes. And you want to tell me that women actually have it that bad? Again, I'm going to have to ask, who crawled up your ass and tore you apart from the inside. The constant reality on what's happening due to feminism. Therefore, Hillary Clinton, this U.S. president candidate, is screaming out, "Oh, soccer moms, if you keep me in power, I'll save your kids from doing anything stupid. I'll destroy everything that your kids love. We'll make sure that women are a bigger part of society." When I gotta ask you this right now, face to face, when have they ever not been? Women have been in society. They know. You go back to when feminism was actually viable and you could actually vote for it, was when women wanted to vote and get jobs. You know, that doesn't bother me at all. You want jobs, you want to be like the rest of us? Fine, go ahead. Doesn't bother me none. Just means that we're going to be relying on you for your next paycheck. That's all I can really say about the entire situation. You can't really be angry at men for not giving you more of what you want. Because first off, you have those women that are sitting there on their asses and saying, when is my husband going to come home with my next little diamond ring? You have those women who want to work, they want to be equal to men. Well, let me tell you something, sister. You are not equal to men, nor will you ever be. Because if you think for just 1 second that you joining the army automatically makes you more like a man, that's hilarious to me. I don't know how you would think that becoming more like a man would solve all your problems. Because that's not true. Not at all. You're making it to where I have to be more concerned about all of our safeties. To where you are in this constant little hysteria over the fact that you want to be more like a man. Now let me tell you something, and none of you can get pissed off at me, but over the past couple of years, 2 women, and they actually succeeded, wanted to join the Rangers. Now, see it as you may, they worked hard, they did all that, but still, our expectations for men had to be lowered for the women so that, that could actually happen. But women want to move up in society, but they don't like the fact that we are just more into society than they are. Men have actually been in society. Men have actually dealt with the political bullshit that we call the President of the United States. We've dealt with it all. You have people loading up their shotguns and their assault rifles waiting for battle because the Democrats are taking over. You cannot get pissed off at men because they're not paying more attention to you, and then saying that you want more out of men. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be like a man if you can't handle the fact that men have to do certain things without you. And I know what you're thinking. Relationships should be like a conjoint thing. Yeah, for certain things, maybe like bills and stuff like that, but when it comes to a political standstill, it's not usually up to the woman because the woman doesn't want to fucking vote. She doesn't want to vote. Neither does the dude, but he knows that every vote that is not given can go towards the person that they do not want. So where men are saying, use your right to vote by voting for the right guy or right girl, depending on how you see it. All I know is that Democrats are not the way to go. Liberalism, not close enough. Not at all. Me, I was voting for Ted Cruz, and all of a sudden Donald Trump is winning the race right now for the Republicans. And I can get more into political stuff later, maybe in the next episode of the podcast, but for now, we're here about feminism. As you can see, episode 1, feminism. Now, I as a person, have seen a lot of the things that feminism can do, both good and bad. Feminism, in theory, is good. It goes by the rules and it actually works, in theory. But the moment that you put it into action, it does not work one little bit. Anyways, the time is 11:06 Colorado time, and I will see you after the break. Peace. Next time on Shit Games, the season finale. What are we playing? Batman Arkham Knight. Now, are you excited? Because I know I sure am. Thank you, and good night. Hello, welcome back after this wonderful little commercial break that we have just taken. Welcome back to the RockBand video podcast. Today's episode, still episode 1, Feminism. Anyways, in this point, the second part of the podcast, I would like to go into what feminism is doing to our favorite things in the media. So, this could be taken a variety of different ways. But if you are a comic book fan, feminism is the worst thing for you. Because where people love Batman, Thor, Wolverine, they're all being changed into women. I know. I found it really hard to believe, but there's actually the production, and it's actually out now, a Batwoman comic book. Not Batgirl, not the mystery of the Batwoman from the Batman animated series back in the day. Peace. But but it is actually a full-fledged comic book where Batman does not exist at all. And it's just Batwoman. Does this make any sense whatsoever? No. Because Gotham, Bruce Wayne is a dude. The fact that people are trying to change the gender, it's one thing when you change the race of the character. It's a completely other subject when you're changing the gender. Because that doesn't work. The gender is a sacred thing, because back in the day when they first made Spider-Man, they had no idea that one day they would make a Spider-Girl or Spider-Woman. But that's all part of perspective. Now, how Spider-Woman actually works is because Spider-Man is still Spider-Man. It's just that Spider-Woman is trying to help Spider-Man by becoming Spider-Woman, becoming his sidekick, so to say. So basically, that works. When you want to make an independent character and she just so happens to be a woman, that's fine. But make it your own. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the only one that's heard this, but they're making a new Ghostbusters movie. Only the entire team is made up of women. Now, for me, I think that the entire thing is just going to be a funny thing to tell on the podcast. Maybe do a little review. But this is ridiculous. The fact, and just the utter fact, that all we've been doing for the past couple of years has been preparing ourselves for the next thing that the media is going to throw at us. We thought it was all over after, what was it? After the whole video game crisis thing at EA. Not EA, but E3. For those of you that don't know, go check that out. I'm not very sure on how to leave links on this damn thing. But the whole thing where Anita Sarkeesian stood up on stage and told everybody how video games are failing. Why video games are unfair towards their female counterparts. Why Mario doesn't work because it has the princess as the damsel in distress. You could say this. You could say that there's something wrong there. But all you know, and for all we know, there's some sexual innuendos going on there. Hinty, hint, hint. But there's the thing is that the entire idea of the damsel in distress is the fact that she's just a damsel. She doesn't know. She wasn't ready. And when you're sitting there, she's sitting there in the castle thinking of Mario, saying, "Help me! Help me! Nigga!" You know, when she's thinking that. And then you have Mario, who's taking a sweet ass time. You can use that against us too. You don't have to change the roles around. Because feminism has been at full force since 2011 releases. So that means for about, 4 years? Not even more, like 5. 5 years now. Feminism is getting bigger and it's getting more dangerous. So, is it up to me what's happening here? No. Is it up to you? Can you fix this? Yes. It's called, well, and I don't want to be that guy, but I'm trying to start a trend because I've noticed how this is. And it's called, we'll go over to our Facebook page and put down the hashtag at one of our little posts, or maybe you could even do it here. The comment section of this video, go down in the comment section and say hashtag save our games. We get enough of those. We can take the battle to them. But it's going to take us a little while. Any one of our videos, any one of our posts on Facebook, go down in the comment section and put down hashtag save our games. But anyways, back to my point. They have actually made a new mod, or really just a DLC, for your favorite fighting games, or video games in general. This is happening to Mortal Kombat, The Fighter Within, Street Fighter V, and that's basically it. Where this DLC is where you can change your character into a fat and ugly woman, or fat and ugly man, so that you can support feminism. Are we all happy about this? No. Is it gonna happen? Probably, because nobody's stopping it. And nobody understands why it's happening in this general area of expertise. All of you are sitting there on your asses right now, thinking to yourselves, how can we ruin video games today? You know, I want my kids to start hating video games as much as possible. So let's change everything around so that only adults with high tolerance rates can actually get in there and play the game. Now remember how earlier in the podcast, how earlier in the podcast I was talking about how a feminist beat a little kid. I was not fucking around. So there was what they called, quote unquote, a peaceful protest. A feminist was sitting there on the corner, and she's saying, you know, men are pigs, men are doing this, and we deserve more rights. So what ended up happening was a 16-year-old boy went up there. Now remember, this is like 16, possibly 15. Walks up to her, and says, you know, you really don't have it that bad. As true as that statement was, she didn't like the fact that somebody was going up against her. So this entire time that he's saying, you know, you don't have it that bad, you know what she does? She fucking smacks him and starts beating the shit out of him with her sign that says, more rights for women. You can look this up on YouTube. I'm not fucking around. It's all over the place. But this is why feminism doesn't work. Because this entire time that you're trying to tell us that feminism is the best thing for America, what is this proving when you are beating the shit out of children because they don't agree with you? Because it doesn't work in your general area of expertise. This pisses me off. Anyways, this is the end of this podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And go check out our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our Facebook forums to give us more ideas on what the next episode of the podcast is going to be about. Please do all that. Peace.